welcome to Improv Separately Together. I'm your host, Philip Whiting. That intro was a little short. I almost didn't get back to sharing it with everybody in time. But we're here. Let's do this thing. We are doing the new version of Lunchtime Line Games, where we're taking the talk show and we're mixing it with Lunchtime Line Games. And we'll be doing a quick interview followed by the fun games. Not that the interview won't be fun. That'll be fun too. But welcome to the show, Brooklyn.
Hello, Philip. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. This new format.
Hey, I'm thank you for being here. And you can talk. You don't just have to wave your hands. I was like, she's gonna speak, correct?
I never know if my mic's working. I don't know. I let the technical people deal with that. Thank you, Philip, for that.
We got you on. So before I ask you questions, without telling them too much about your history, just let them know about you.
Wow, about me. Thank you very much for having me. I am a South Floridian actress, and I do improv locally with Society Circus Players. I am a producer and founding member of an all-female and female identifying theater production company called Femuscripts. I have a 4-year-old daughter, so I had a great Mother's Day. That was awesome. And I love theater. I've always studied theater, so that's me.
Awesome. I'm just going to ask you 5 questions today, and then we'll move on, play some games, and then that'll be over. It's an easy show. Nothing difficult about this show. All right. So how did you get started doing improv to begin with?
Started with improv in college at the University of Miami. They offered a course, and this was a long time ago at the U. This was 2000. I think 2002 to 2003 was the first level that I took of improvisational class. There was only 2 levels. Eventually they started a club, but back then there's a class, let's try it. I mean, what is this? It wasn't a big thing, and I loved it so much. Matthew T. Gitkin was the teacher, and then he had left to do other things and what have you. So then I joined it with Society Circus Players after college. I didn't even do improv. I love improv.
Awesome.
It's great, yeah.
And I was lucky enough to meet most of your crew, or a good handful of your crew, almost 2 years ago now at the Orlando Comedy Festival. And I did a workshop with Datch and Alicia and Matt and 2 other people. I can't think of their names right now.
Oh, cool.
There was at least 5. So for you, when you jump on stage to do improv, what is the feeling you get when you're stepping on that stage?
Oh, goodness. Freedom, a little bit of fear, but fun, right? So you never know what's going to happen. And energy. I love to feel the energy of a live audience. And I love it. I love a live show and to have my friends there, supporters. That's great, right? To go on there and just to do stuff.
Right. All right. So here's the one question that pertains to last year mostly. Mm-hmm. Last year, since the pandemic hit, what changed for you improv, and what have you done improv-wise during that time?
Wow, that's a toughie. I think everything changed and nothing changed. I think the way my troupe went immediately into rehearsals. Every week we'll meet up. Sometimes we didn't do things. At first we were figuring out what works virtually, what warm-ups work, right? How can we talk with each other, over each other, give each other spaces to talk and create, structure stuff, format stuff. But eventually I found that the basics are there. You can take a lot of these basic things and make them virtually friendly and accessible for people. I loved being able to join new people everywhere. That was very exciting. I met you guys, so thank you so much. That was awesome. And just to do it. I think that I just started to do anything and everything. We did festivals with Anthony Francis, Improv U. We did, I think, Countdown Festival with Kelly and Justin Comedy from Justin Kelly. That still happens down here. So we just kept creating, and we are vaccinated and almost ready to get into a space with everyone that is vaccinated and start rehearsing again in person. Perhaps that's very exciting for us. So we just kept on, right? Make do,
Right.
make changes.
I actually think the very first show that I did when the pandemic started was Emily and myself joined you guys, and we did. I guess it was record it and then Dash edit it and then put it out. But that was my first one. I mean, I did some practices that I hated because it just doesn't feel right trying to do long form to me. And I guess more it was like Zoom is like nobody's in the right spot on everyone's page. So I'm sitting there going like this, talking between two people, and they're like, that's not what it's like on our.
Yeah, it's like, hello, how are you doing today? No, it's like talking to the camera. We could use filters. That was kind of exciting, but you did great. And improv from your home, we did arcade games, so like live Instagram things, short little things. So that was fun. So I don't know. I mean, you just got to keep doing it, right?
Right.
That'll never change, sort of. But
that's why when I created this portion of the game, I was like, we're doing line games because those are easy.
I love it. It's great. It's a great concept. So.
All right. So question number 4. Short form or long form, and why?
Lord, you got me. So.
Or both, and why?
Both. We strictly only do both in our shows. I love short form. I love it. Audience likes it. I love pick a line. They get their lines in the scenes, and they love that. The audience really does do well with short form. Long form throws them off sometimes, but when you're in a festival, it's so great to do a long form that you've created that's about these characters and the payoff for that, to see this journey and these crazy situations that these characters are going to get into. That's great to see. So I challenge myself, and I love to practice long form, but short form, really, I love physical comedy, energy. So yeah, but I'll say both. But to perform right now, short form.
Right.
Just how it is virtually.
I'll agree with you. Before I ask you the very last question, you got someone saying,
"Hi, Alicia. Society Circus Players represent."
Allie in the house. Well, at her house. All right. The very last question is simple. Well, I think it is. Well, it could be very difficult, actually. Favorite improv moment that moment that you'll never forget when it comes to anything improv?
I have a lot of moments. I'll never forget when we named our new troupe Society Circus Players. We created this troupe. We had to take the picture and found it. I'll also never forget performing at an improv festival. I was just a few months pregnant. So that's like a great thing that I'll always cherish, to have this little life that was growing inside of me and creating. That was amazing. And bringing her on the stage for the first time to take a picture. So those are my non-forgettable moments.
So you were on stage creating while you were creating.
Yes, it was so meta. It was amazing. So those are some of the moments. I never just have one.
Hey, you're allowed to have more than one moment.
Gemini.
Allie has something else. She's watching with the pets.
We did Del Close Marathon. Yes, there was Dog Prov. That was amazing. And we got to join Dog Prov and sit with the dog actors and improv. That was great.
Now I'm going to have to search that so I know
it's really good.
What exactly it is. All right, so that is all the questions. I told you it wouldn't be anything too hard. I know you're like, oh, what are you going to ask me?
I was so nervous, you guys. Thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the rest of the players in, and we'll play some games, and then we'll call it a day. See, I get the mouse in the right spot. We're going to stay in Florida for the next person coming in. We're going to bring in Sylvia.
Hello. I'm a woman with many props.
All right, let's bring in Sean.
Hey! Sorry, I was getting hydrated. What's up? Good interview.
You're a
Great
blurry
job.
mess right now, but you'll focus in a second. And last but not least, Jen. Jen, you're on.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, so how's everybody doing?
Great.
You guys ready to play some games?
Absolutely.
I've been looking forward to this for 2 months.
That's right, because 2 months ago you weren't available. And that's the last time I got to do one of these. But I'm going to try next month to have another one. I already have guests lined up, so we'll figure out.
I've missed this, Philip.
Well, I'm glad I need to put you guys on the definite list.
You need this.
I just want to put another comment up. Quick lunch break. I guess that was Brooklyn. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
All right, so we're going to start with a game called Jimmy the Fish. Really, it's Jimmy the whatever the suggestion is. So we're going to speak like Italian gangsters from, I don't know, Sopranos or something. And say, let's just say, for an example, it's Jimmy the Hammer. So it would be like, hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Hammer? He got nailed last night. All right, so now that everybody gets it, the first suggestion is Brooklyn keeps muting herself. I don't know why.
Respect out of respect.
You can drink your drink. We'll listen to you sip it. Jimmy the dog. And everyone knows we raise hands around here. Okay. Jen.
Hey, you guys hear about Jimmy the dog?
No.
Last night? Yeah. So turns out he got in trouble. He was barking up the wrong tree.
Sylvia.
You guys hear about Jimmy the dog?
No.
Yeah, he made no bones about it.
Jen.
You guys heard about Jimmy the dog last night?
No?
Yeah, it turns out he fell into a big pit.
Brooklyn.
Do you hear about Jimmy the dog?
No.
He couldn't get his mail delivered because the postman ran him over.
Oh, rough. Sean.
Hey, you guys ever work with Jimmy the dog? Man, that guy leaves a mess everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to step all over it, Terrible.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brooklyn.
I work with Jimmy the dog. You know what I'm saying? He really digs into the situation.
Anyone else? Jen usually has like a million.
I know.
She's almost always the first one with her hand up when she's in the show. And, hey, she's following suit today. All right, we'll move on.
Okay, I'll do one. I'll do one more.
Sean, finish it out.
Hey, did you guys hear about Jimmy the dog? He got caged last night. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
I guess Jen wants to do another one.
Yeah, I was holding out because it's lunchtime, but you put me on the spot. Hey, guys, guess what? I'm getting married to Jimmy the dog. I will do anything to sit on that man's bone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can't wait till I can get him to roll over.
Can I teach him to
listen, I love my husband Jimmy the dog, but his mom, she's a real bitch,
Oh, man. You just can't teach Jimmy the dog any new tricks. You know what I'm saying, Jen?
Oh, I get it.
Okay, moving on to Notebook.
Notebook.
You guys hear about Jimmy the Notebook?
Nope.
No?
Yeah, well, he's been raising chicks. He's got a lot of goslings.
Oh. A lot of ducklings. I like it.
Brooke.
Did you hear about Jimmy the Notebook?
No?
That's right, because he's really loose-lipped.
Sylvia.
Did you guys hear about Jimmy the Notebook?
No.
Oh, he went into a downward spiral.
I was waiting for that one. Jen.
You guys heard about Jimmy the Notebook?
No.
He got cursed by a witch. He's in a real bad binder.
Oh my goodness.
Sean, go ahead.
I have Jimmy the Notebook. I don't like working with that guy. He never colors within the lines. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I hate that dude.
All right, Brooklyn.
I know. You even Jimmy the Fish, Jimmy the Notebook, right? He's always so double spaced, if you know what I mean.
Jen?
Yeah, you heard about Jimmy the Notebook? He decided to go to community college. He wants to be college ruled.
Sylvia.
Good for him.
Did you guys hear about Jimmy the Notebook?
No.
I was so mad at him, I gave him a 3-hole punch.
Jen.
Yo, I got in trouble with Jimmy the Notebook last night. Man, my butt got reamed.
Sean.
Yeah, I was working with Jimmy the Notebook. That all he does is want to recycle the same stuff over and over again. You know, I don't like the dude.
Sylvia.
You guys hear about Jimmy the Notebook? Man, I am so mead at him.
Jen.
Yeah, ever since Jimmy the Notebook stopped being the car driver, I gotta pick him up at CVS or at Target or Walgreens.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, you hear about Jimmy the Notebook and his relationship problems?
No.
It seems he either has to trap her or keep her.
I was gonna say, you hear about Jimmy the Notebook? He was in a real love story.
Oh.
Yeah, you girls love that movie.
That's the
Yeah,
Ryan
Notebook.
Gosling joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had it right away.
I flipped it a little. Anybody else? We go on because this one I've been waiting. I've been wanting them to have this one and the other show, but they never do it. Jimmy the Pencil. Jim.
And you ever work with Jimmy the Pencil? That guy's a real bick.
Sean.
You know what? Did you ever work with Jimmy the Pencil? Yeah, he ain't too sharp. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
Sylvia.
I don't ever work with Jimmy the Pencil. He's full of number 2.
Oh.
Sean.
I don't know about you guys, but every time I work with Jimmy the Pencil, I just want to fill that guy with lead. You know what I'm talking about? Gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You hear about Jimmy the Pencil? No, because nobody wants to use him no more.
Sean.
You know about Jimmy the Pencil, man? I don't like working with him. He's so yellow. He doesn't do anything.
Jen.
You guys, let me tell you something about Jimmy the Pencil, all right? He never gets in trouble. You can't pin anything on that guy.
So lucky.
Hey, did you hear about Jimmy the Pencil? Sad story. He was erased last night. I had 3 jokes. Y'all took 2 of them. So I was like, I'm doing this one before someone else does. You did them differently, but it was the same pun. I think that's about it. We're going to finish Jimmy the Fish with Jimmy the Snow Globe.
Oh.
Of course, Jen.
You guys ever work with Jimmy the Snow Globe?
No.
Not a lot going on, but he's a lot of fun if you shake him around for a little bit.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, you know what? Did you hear about Jimmy the Snow Globe?
No.
He was dropped last night. I was shattered.
No. Sylvia.
I went on a date with Jimmy the Snow Globe. I shook him up and he exploded everywhere.
Sean.
I love that guy, Jimmy the Snow Globe, man. He takes me to all different sceneries. It's awesome.
Jen.
Yeah, Jimmy the Snow Globe. You can tell he's connected because his real name should be Jimmy the Dandruff.
Snow Globe. Sylvia.
You guys know Jimmy the Snow Globe?
No.
No, of course not, because he only comes out at Christmas.
Brooklyn.
Mine's similar. You hear about Jimmy the Snow Globe?
Oh,
No.
what's up?
guess what I did? I put him in a box for next year.
Oh, snap.
Sounds scary.
All right. Any more? 5, 4, 3, Sylvia.
There you go.
You guys hear about my date with Jimmy the Snow Globe?
No.
Oh, tell
You've
us
been
about it.
busy.
No, whatever.
Every time I wind him up the backside, he plays a little tune.
All right, so that's going to be enough for Jimmy the Fish. Next, we're going to play a game called Scenes from a Hat. I actually have a hat, but it's really a game of things. So I'm going to pull out the cards, and then we're going to act some things out. All right, so let's go with this one. This is the one I was like, this is going to be a great one. Things you will always remember about last year. Brooklyn beat Jen.
Quality family time.
That wasn't funny. That was sweet. Jen.
Sad gardening without wearing a bra.
Sweet. Oh,
Jen again.
You can't tell how drunk you are when you're drinking box wine because it never ends.
Sean.
Waking up every morning and fighting with people on Facebook, which I still do. Yeah.
The theme song from Netflix. Dun, dun.
Boom. Brooklyn, did you have one?
I did. Not having to wear a bra, Jen. I'll take that a little higher.
I get it. Jen.
Fighting with Netflix. Yes, I'm still watching, you judgmental prick.
Constantly.
Sean.
Not having to brush my teeth because, I got that mask on. No one's going to know.
Jen.
Having to explain basic science to multiple family members.
Yes.
Sean.
Finally realizing I don't know much past 3rd grade math when I try to teach my son.
They do math differently now. It's not your fault. It's
They
not
do.
your fault.
It's their fault.
It's not the right way.
Alternatives to toilet paper.
Jen.
Taking bets on which couples will make it out of quarantine without divorce.
Sean.
Getting a closer look at my parents' teeth because they're too close to the camera.
Brooklyn.
The reinvention and flourishment of theater.
Yeah.
Jen.
Business mullet. Dress shirt on the top, pajama pants on the bottom.
Doing it now.
Sean.
The reinvention of the QR code. I thought it was dead, but it's back.
Brooklyn.
I'm going to miss just not having to worry about people breathing on my neck like strangers. Just really enjoyed the space.
Oh, good memories. Okay, Jen, finish this one out.
I think the thing that I'll miss the most is TJ Maxx being my reason to get out of bed.
Yes. Mine was Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. Those, yeah.
Mine was, we're finally getting out of the house because we need groceries. All right. Things you will never get away with. Jen.
Not wearing a bra all the time.
Brooklyn.
Down to my knees.
Gardening wild braless. No, bank heists. Bank heists. Never going to get away with the bank heist.
Jen.
The mod look. I'm never going to be able to pull that off.
Sean.
Bringing back my mullet from high school. Not going to be able to do it again.
All right. Let's move on. Things you are not allowed to do.
Like
Bringing
anymore?
back that mullet
or
from
in
high
general?
school. No.
Oh, okay.
Feel it, Brooklyn.
Yeah, speak your mind. You're not.
You're not supposed to. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to. Jen.
Things I'm not allowed to do anymore. Yeah? Making sure.
Anymore or ever?
Not judge my family because I had to explain basic science to them.
This mask don't do nothing. You don't prevent no virus.
Swear to God.
All right. Things you should not name your sports franchise. Jen.
So we promise no one's a statutory rapist.
That would be really good.
Brooklyn.
The itty bitty chewy candies.
Jen again.
The sloths.
It's a pretty slow team.
Yeah.
Sylvia.
Lazy boy.
Brooke.
The Constant Losers.
Ooh.
It's a good franchise.
Sean.
The Toothless. That's a good hockey
That'd be a hockey team, right?
Yeah, it's a good hockey team, right?
I would go to every game.
Sylvia.
The Jane Austen Society of Young Boys and Girls.
I'm there.
The Cleveland COVIDs.
Yeah.
The Pavlo responses.
Yeah.
No
The
more.
mask underneath the noses. No.
To Milwaukee mask covers. All right. Things birds are actually chirping when they drop a load into a crowd. Jen.
10 points, Gary.
Brooke.
They shall see me now.
Sean.
Last time I ate at Papa John's, that's for sure.
Jen.
Shits ahoy.
Sylvia.
Hey, Myrtle, do you have any toilet paper?
Brooklyn.
Must have been that grocery store sushi.
Oh, I got two of them. Sylvia.
I gotta call the doctor. It's white.
Jen.
Corn? I don't remember eating corn.
Sean.
I gotta add some rice to my diet. Yeah.
That worm didn't digest. Jen.
Oh, I shouldn't have had that cup of coffee.
Second
yeah.
time.
That second cup of coffee.
All right.
This is lunchtime. Lunchtime line games, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Splattertown.
Sylvia.
If you bottle this, it'll correct typos.
All right. Anybody else? So we can do the last card. All right. Last card it is. Things that are hard to put back together.
Oh.
Jen.
My marriage after COVID. I'm just
Brooklyn.
kidding. We're doing great.
Okay, good. My heart.
Aw. Sylvia.
Rubik's Cube.
Jen.
Figure after children.
Brooklyn.
An optimistic attitude.
Jen.
Republican shattered egos.
Sean.
My IKEA dresser. I just can't figure it out.
Your firm perk?
Exactly.
Anybody else? Jen.
The USSR?
The Berlin Wall.
That is so. There's a huge campus here that IBM owned for a really long time, and now it's like a work thing. They have a large piece of the Berlin Wall in their main lobby that was put in there before the windows were finished, and now they can't get it out.
Oopsie. Sylvia, did you just raise your hand?
It's kind of sad. Our country.
Oh.
But there's hope.
Just kidding.
Yes.
I'm
It's
super
better.
sad that no one said Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's too obvious.
Allie's got one for
Sorry,
you. Typos.
Thank you, Alicia.
All right, so that's it for Scenes from a Hat. We ready for our last game of Lunchtime Line Games?
Yes. Woo!
It's called A Date With Me. And again, for you watching at home, let's say it was a hammer was a suggestion. So a date with me is like a hammer. Somebody's going to get nailed. We're going to start this one with frying pan.
Ooh.
Jen.
A date with me is like a frying pan. Yeah, I'll tell you how I like my eggs. Fertilized. Fertilized.
I knew where you were going. Brooklyn.
Date with me is like a frying pan. Everybody needs one.
Sylvia.
A date with me is like a frying pan. Sizzling.
Sean.
A date with me is like a frying pan. I'm non-stick.
Jen.
A date with me is like a frying pan. It might take a minute to get it warmed up, but once it does, it's going to be hot.
A date with me is like a frying pan. You're probably going to walk.
Oh.
Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it, Sean? Get it?
Date with me is like a frying pan. You could probably buy me late at night for cheap.
Jen.
Same thing. Date with me is like a frying pan. Yeah, you can find me at Walmart.
I'm all over Amazon. Nothing else? All right. Let's go. Sylvia.
A date with me is like a frying pan. I'm that kind of grill.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right. We're going to move on.
Nope.
Jen.
Date with me is like a frying pan. Trust me, after you meet me, you're going to want my hotcakes. That's my butt.
Oh, that was
Is
pancakes.
that what that meant?
That's my butt. That's my hotcakes in my butt.
I'm going to go.
Oh, Sean.
Date with me is like a frying pan. I don't mind if you use butter.
Jen.
Date with me is like a frying pan. I'll pull out for anyone who brings home the bacon.
There you go. There you go.
You got there, though. You got there. That's
Got
All right. We're moving on to onion. Date with me is like an onion. Jen.
Date with me is like an onion. There are lots of layers to get through, and you might even tear up a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Brooklyn.
A date with me is like an onion. I could just be left around for months, and eventually, you'll get to me.
Sean.
Mine was a crying thing. Sorry, you got me.
So sad. Sylvia.
A date with me is like an onion. The red parts are sweeter.
Oh,
Oh.
good to know.
Brooklyn.
A date with me is like an onion. I could be used with practically anything.
Jen.
A date with me is like an onion. It's super fun to play with my bulbs. That's not my butt. That's not my butt.
They got that.
Hotcakes and onions. Sylvia.
A date with me is like an onion. Just ignore the hairy part on top.
Oh, goodness.
Brooklyn.
A date with me is like an onion. There's many ways to chop me up.
Thank you. Jen.
Date with me is like an onion. Once you get past the smell, it's actually quite good.
It is 1:00 in the afternoon. So
I didn't shower. What did you think I meant, Phil? Please
Nothing.
explain it to me in as much detail as possible.
no, my mom's watching.
She has
now you
personal
tell.
hygiene.
Oh, look, she's watching.
I know.
Then she knows how it works.
We just lived through a
Four
COVID. We all
times.
know.
She knows 4 times how it works. So a date with me is like an onion. It'll be the best Vidalia. I'll tell you. Something like that. They didn't quite work, but Snickers. A date with me is like Snickers.
Snickers.
Jen.
A date with me is like Snickers. You'll go nuts.
Oh.
Sylvia.
A date with me is like Snickers. It really satisfies.
Yes.
Brooklyn.
Right. A day with me is like Snickers. Snickers candy bar, instantly transformable.
Jen.
A date with me is like Snickers. I know you're gonna like it. In fact, a nougat.
Oh.
Sean.
Oh, I didn't have one, but a date with me is like a Snickers. I'm probably gonna melt in your hand.
Oh, Jen.
A date with me is like a Snickers because I'm fun size.
A date with me is like Snickers. If it gets too hot, it'll look like poop. That's what they did on Chappelle's show. They melted a Snickers for that scene. Anyone? We only have one thing left on the board and we're done. So if you have another Snickers joke, hit it up.
Snickers. Oh, it can solve anything.
Do it.
A date with me is like solve anything.
Yeah.
A date with me is like Snickers because I'm very sweet.
All right, let's finish this thing out with butter.
Wow.
Butter.
Jen, do you have a Snickers joke you want to
I
finish?
did. But
Okay, go ahead.
with me is like Snickers. I've been told that a lot of people are allergic.
Oh.
I was gonna say, if you see me naked, you're gonna snicker. No.
Butter.
Butter.
Right.
Jen.
A date with me is like room temp butter. I spread very easily.
Oh my.
There you go, Mom. Brooklyn.
Oh, a day with me is like butter. You can't leave me out on the counter too long.
Sylvia, do you have one there?
A date with me is like butter. Not good for you, but so good.
Jen.
A date with me is like butter. It's utter chaos.
Sean.
A date with me is like butter. Everybody's gonna get a churn.
Oh, Jen.
A date with me is like butter. You're going to want to move in.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Jen. You're allowed to raise your hand if you got them.
Yeah, that's naughty.
Why stop now? Come on.
All right. A date with me is like butter. I'll land lay.
That's way better than some of the other things you said.
You know what? Valid.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
A date with me is like butter. Everyone uses me.
Wow.
A date with me is like butter. I'll take half sticks or full sticks.
A date with me is like butter. You will get cultured.
Date with me is like butter. It's gonna get a little salty. Unsalty.
A date with me in northern Georgia is a bunch of country crock.
I was thinking of country crock, but like a date with me is like butter. You think that it's going to be one way, but it just turns out to be something completely different. And by that, I mean like the containers of country crock that are also Tupperware. Yeah, I got there.
Sylvia.
A date with me is like butter. If you forget to put me in something, I'll ruin everything.
A date with me is like butter. It's going to be so great, you won't believe it.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Jen.
A date with me is like butter, except no substitutions.
A date with me is like butter. It's going to be good. Parquet. Sean.
Sorry about this one. I watch too much Food Channel. A date with me is like butter. Paula Dean's probably gonna come with us.
Jen.
A date with me is like butter. We're going to need to clarify our expectations.
Yes.
Very good.
A date with me is like butter. It's going to be marginally correct. I'm trying to figure out how to word that.
Marginally correct.
Brooklyn.
A date with me is like butter. I seem to never expire.
Ooh. Jen.
A date with me is like butter. You're going to get whipped.
Yes.
Put some cinnamon on me.
We're getting hungry now.
Yep, time to. Okay, you know what? We're done. I want you guys to think for the next minute or so, because I forgot to play the thing I was going to play. It says my mom's watching, and she's one of the stars of the commercial, so she might as well see herself on Facebook. Think about anything you might want to promote, and we'll be back in just a minute.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by Johnston & Johnston.
Michelle, I'm thinking about trying this new coffee.
I heard it had vitamins.
Hi, do you suffer from ED and can't afford the medications because it costs too much? Try a cup of coffee. Try new medium roast with vitamins.
Ask your doctor if coffee's right for you.
This coffee will perk you up.
Don't drink coffee if you're allergic to coffee. If your coffee doesn't cool down after 4 hours, see a physician as soon as possible. In some studies, coffee has been linked to multiple orgasms. Drinking coffee may impair your ability to fall asleep and keep you awake at night.
I ordered a grande.
So did I.
Yes. Miss Whiting. Woo!
I did it! I got the joke!
She did give Sean a shout out.
Hey, Miss Whiting, how are you?
All right, so anybody got anything they would like to promote? Jen.
I have not one, but two amazing things happening through the People's Improv Theater New York on Tuesday the 18th. I have a character class. It's only like $40, maybe it's $49, I don't know. And it's 3 hours. It's going to be awesome. And then there is level 1 starting on Wednesday the 19th. And that is 8 weeks of introduction to like what is long form improv from one of the biggest theaters in New York City. So check it out. Or not. I'm not the boss of you.
But you should be, because that's amazing.
Nobody should take any advice from me unless it's about improv.
Anybody else got something to Sylvia?
I'm in the Sarah Solo Festival, which is a solo festival at the end of May, and May 28th and 29th, and it's virtual. It's about, and I've written a piece. It's kind of behind the scenes look at the making of this solo piece. So it's funny, but it's also kind of poignant and thought provoking. So you have to think. So.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Brooklyn.
Solo
you got
got
anything?
That's awesome. I can't wait to see and partake of workshops. That's great, Sylvia. And I'll check out your workshops, Jen. You can check out Brooklyn 305. It has an E in it, not like Brooklyn, New York, for Instagram, or my name there on Facebook. My website's there too with the same name. But Femuscripts is taking submissions for Femuscripts, FEMUSCRIPTS. They're on Facebook, Instagram. We're doing South Florida women that have inspired the growth of our area, and we're doing some short plays about them. We're looking to produce that at the very end of July virtually until everything's safe and running up. And Society Circus players, we'd love to play with you all, so thank you.
Awesome. Sean.
Yes, I was going to do it. I got you.
What my background got going on?
Philip and I are going to do our first live show called the C-Lib Whitley Project. It's actually going to be our first show as the C-Lib Whitley Project. We've been talking about this for over a year, so it's going to be May 20th of the Alchemy. 2 years, 2 years, sorry. I forget COVID years. So we'll be at the Alchemy Theater on May 20th at 8 o'clock. So it's
and it's really going to be 2 shows in one. There'll be a short form show in the beginning, and long form in the back. It's like a mullet that you never wanted, or you did want. That sounded
got it.
bad. Maybe you might not want it. That doesn't matter. Real quick, Allie's got this shout
Yes.
out.
Thank you.
There you go.
She got that shout out.
Perfect.
More importantly, my mom's glad I showed her video.
Yes.
You're a good son.
You should see the outtake video. Brooklyn, Sylvia, no one leave. Sean, if you have to go get your shot.
Yeah, I gotta go get prepared. Gotta get the second shot.
Go
All right,
get
so
stuff.
let me hit this music up real quick, and then we'll say goodbye.
Thanks, everybody. It was great playing with you.
Bye.
Bye, Sean.
So good to see you.